Do you want to make mad money in OSRS? And when I mean mad, I'm talking about like 5 mil an hour. Maybe your bank account is just completely drained, and maybe you even have a brain that is that of this monkey here. Well, guess what? I've got it for you. Here is our guide as we jump into the medium wilderness diary in 2024. Let me tell you, this is OP. Hi, I'm guilty. Let's dive in. So first, what are the requirements? Well, you're going to need everything from 61 woodcutting all the way down to 50 smithing. I know that might sound a lot, and let me tell you, I do hate smithing. It sucks. But two quests that you cannot sleep on is the Knight's Sword and the Sleeping Giant. There's nearly 20k experience here for both of them, and that is a huge jump for you to getting that level unlocked. And by the way, in case you're a noob, don't forget to unequip your sword. You might get this fun little dialogue here, but I'm not even kidding you. The Knight's Sword will take you 5 minutes. As an Ironman, as a main, it can go just as quick. It's that easy. And just look at this. Do not sleep on this. We're going to jump all the way up. That's 12,000 right there alone. And it's going to take us all the way up to 29 smithing. Huge jump. Makes this extremely easy to get this grind underway for you, even if you are an Ironman such as myself. And speaking of which, I'm actually a Slayer Locked Ironman on my main series. We won't spend much time talking about it in this video, but sufficient to say, as we're going to cover Slayer, what you need to do is honestly do Slayer. It's the simplest way to go about leveling it up. If you guys want to follow me on my journey, come and follow the playlist. Sufficient to say, go on over to the person you feel most comfortable with. I love Cristelia currently, and she will give you assignments. Next up here is agility. So you got to be doing rooftops. It's pretty much the best way to go about getting this requirement knocked out. While you get lamps, maybe throw it on Slayer as well. That's what I have to do with my account. And look at that. Yeah, we're all the way up to 56. Speaking of which though, while doing your agility, the Grand Tree, look at this amount of experience here. Even though it's just about 8k agility, you get 18,000 attack experience. Absolutely insane quest, absurdly easy. If you hate questing such as myself, you do not want to sleep on these quests that I'm recommending. It will not take you all the way up to 47. That's because I was doing a lot of rooftops, but rooftops are just worth doing because you can either make great money or you can go about getting that graceful outfit. Anyway, next up, let's just talk about knocking out leveling of mining. You can probably guess what I'm going to say, that this is maybe one of the driest, most painful skills. In OSRS, like, not a lot of it has changed since its birth, but one thing that has grown is shooting stars. Everyone always will talk about it. If you've seen any single guide about mining, it says go do shooting stars. But you know what they all don't say is go do dig site. Look at these requirements, absurdly easy to do, massive way to get it leveled up. And then yeah, maybe come on over here to, doing this. You can make some friends. Thank you all of you guys that have just been reaching out, throwing support, throwing suggestions for the series, even helping make this video. It means the world to me. Send a message in game, leave a comment, leave an idea, say, hey, this guide sucks. I don't even care. Just tell me suggestions. It's been such a journey. This is why MMOs are amazing. This is why OSRS is amazing. I appreciate all of you. But yeah, if you can't see here, this is one of the most AFK mining methods in the game. I love it. Anyway, with that, all that time out of the way, we can say our mining, our smithing is done. Forestry, if you know Hanani, she's very famous for supporting chopping down trees. Anywho, forestry just makes the skill so much easier. You can get about an additional 20k per hour while doing forestry. It's really not that bad. Even if you hate this, I'm so thankful for it. And next up, one quest that we have to talk about that you do have to knock out is Between a Rock. You have to at least start it technically and get about halfway through it. But check this dialogue out, man. As we are working on knocking this quest out, all the dude wanted was a drink. We throw a hissy fit that we don't want to run all the way around Grillinor to go get him his drink. So we throw this big hissy fit and he just tells us it's right over there. That's all I wanted, man. And I don't know, I was just dying, so I figured I'd throw it in here. I love dialogue like this. This is why I do like quests in this game. Great dialogue, and there's always really great rewards behind them. You certainly should do quests, especially all the ones I'm talking about in this video. Anywho, now just to cover a few of the Wilderness Easy diaries. This is the Fountain of Rune. It's in the wilderness. If it has not been said yet in this video, which it hasn't, I need to reiterate, do not bring anything into the wilderness that you don't mind losing. Secondly, check this out. Another easy requirement. You have to run all the way over here and just stand here to regenerate your prayer. Isn't that nuts? Anyway, once you get that one done, you'll then run on over this way. You got to go pull the leather here to get to the King Black Dragon. Again, not kidding you, you don't need anything to do the easy diary for the wilderness. It's really simple, like very minor requirements, but I thought this is kind of funny. So if you guys have never been down here, you pull this leather, it teleports you down here, and the dragon will essentially one-shot you if you do not come equipped. But we don't have to kill him, so we're fine, we're good, or her. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that's more or less all of the easy. So now let's finally talk about all of the medium wilderness diary. We're going to go through this every step, with the first one being that 55 mining that we talked about earlier. And yeah, we got to go mine some mithril out in the wilderness. Pretty simple. Again, don't bring anything you don't want to lose. And yeah, by the way, you guys, mithril is not on the periodic table in case you didn't know that. Second up, we got to chop some ents. Gotta need 61 woodcutting to do this. You do not need the Slayer requirement. You don't have to be on a task for this. Simply come on out to any one of these red dots here, kill one, and pray that they give you a U log. It is a chance. This actually took me like 3 tries that they will not give you a U log. Next up after this, we're going to be talking about going to the God Wars dungeon, which you can get through the wilderness from. You have to come here, kill a Bloodveld, go up to this little blue glowing icon in the top left corner, takes you down here to kill these guys. Make sure you bring some gear that represents the gods. I would say like the monk robes, the Zamorak robes. You can see what I brought here, and that means that any of their minions in the God Wars dungeon will not attack you. It's pretty simple. Beyond that, throw up a protect from prayer, protect from range, and you should be fine. And then yeah, look at that, task completed. Thank you very much, the engineer. And then wilderness agility. So this is that 52 requirement, or 60 if you did not have 60 strength. It is huge for agility. You can make mad money here. It's kind of a risk versus reward, but we're not making a guide talking about that today. Again, essentially pull that lever, run here to the deep wilderness. And yeah, when you pull this lever, you know, looking at like that lady there, is that it's going to teleport you all the way out here. All you need is something to cut a bloody web. Come back here. High risk, high reward, because the longer you stay, the more money you can make, but you do need to put in a deposit of 150K. I can't spare that. We're a Slayer Locked Ironman. We do not have that kind of money, but that does remind me of something that I want to talk to you guys about, and that's subscribers. One thing that we'll cover a little bit later, but essentially from this point forward, for every new subscriber we gain, I'm going to drop or give away simply 1K. Again, I'm making all of my money off of doing Slayer tasks, so let's see how fast you guys can make me poor, but we can cover that more later. Anyway, as we finish this lap here, pretty simple, pretty easy. There is skeletons that will attack you. You can fail some of these obstacles, so maybe bring some food, but it's really rather simple. Don't bring anything you don't want to lose. You can literally just bring a knife, or in my case, the wilderness sword, and look at this. We are over here in the resource area. So you do need to bring 7.5K in order to get in. But then once you bust your way in there saying, oh yeah, you can make that gold helmet, which was one of the requirements, which is why we did Between a Rock earlier. Here it is. It's ugly. It is worth absolutely nothing. Just drop it on the ground when it's done. There is no need to keep this. And now we got to go and charge an earth orb, which, hold up, I kind of made a mistake. I'm blaming the wiki for this. We actually need 46 crafting, so here's us banging out 46 crafting, again as an Ironman. If you're not an Ironman, just go and buy an uncharged orb off of the GE or off of any other player. We're going to go and show you how to make one real quick. Bucket of sand, here we go. With the bucket of sand, where is it? We need the soda ash, I always think soda pop. Get your blowpipe, or whatever it is, run on over here to any type of furnace. You will make this into molten glass, and then with molten glass and then with 46 crafting, you can now make an uncharged orb. And so there we go, we blow it, it's right here, and perfect. 53 crafting experience, thank you so much. We run down here into the Edgeville dungeon, look at the big red dot again. Again, you can be PK'd here, so do not bring anything you're not willing to lose. You can also get poisoned, as you will see here, and there's even a demon that's going to slap the living crap out of you if you don't pay attention. So be careful coming down here, you guys. I may or may not have died one time because I'm an idiot. And anyway, after you get the thing charged, you let them kill you. This is one of the more simpler tasks, but it is why you do need a Slayer level other than the Bloodveld, is you got to come and kill one of these Ankus, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. They are in the Slayer dungeon in the wilderness. You can get in here or here. I always use the south entrance. And then after that, we're nearly done, you guys, with one of the best diaries ever. And all you have to do is slash your way through this web, have a muddy key, which you can get from killing a Chaos Dwarf, or again, just buy off the GE. They drop like 1 in 18 from Chaos Dwarfs. You run on out here, you open up this little chest with your money key. You can drop whatever rewards you get. You can make money doing this, but I would not really recommend it. There's just better money makers. And again, hence why we're making this whole bloody video. With this all said and done, we are going to be able to go and turn on in, claim our rewards, and guess what? Finally kill those wilderness bosses. And with that, now go kill some wilderness bosses. In particular, these 3, again, about maybe 5 mil an hour, which is a mid-game that is unreal. And here we are going to talk to the Lesser Fanatic to claim all of our rewards, including our upgraded wilderness sword. So with that, not only do you have access to all these bosses, you also get this little lamp over here, which of course we'll be putting on Slayer. And a good segue that one last time again, we are a Slayer Locked Ironman series currently. Everything we do must be to get that untrimmed Slayer cape, and of course we must complete every Slayer assignment. I do hope you guys choose to join us, and if you sub, I will drop 1K for every sub that we get. All of that gold has come strictly from our Slayer assignments. I'm trying to save up for a mil for a canyon. Again, this is where we're at right now. Let's just also show you real quick all of our loot over there. Again, even though it says 8.6, that's because if you're a main, I am not a main, I'm an Ironman, so we really don't have that much money. Here's all of our loot. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope this guide has been helpful. Maybe one day I'll be able to make one for all the wilderness bosses. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us.